Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another edition of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. I'm your host, Pete Pardo, publisher and CEO of SOT. Today we're going to take a look at a brand new release. Well, brand new. It's been out for about a month and a half or so on the Frontiers Records label. Of course, you know the label that's pumping out all sorts of new releases from classic veteran bands and hard rock and metal and prog and melodic rock, as well as they're doing a lot of these kind of like new kind of supergroup type of things, right? These new bands that they're putting together, just constantly coming out of the woodwork, right? So the latest one is Fallen by a band called Archon Angel. Gotta love that cover art on there, right? So, of course, Archon Angel is basically comprised of Zak Stevens, all right, who many of you know is the vocalist. I can't really call him former because they officially never kind of quit, but Savatage, okay, as well as Circle to Circle, as well as Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Okay, he actually met up on another project a couple of years back with guitarist and producer Aldo Lenobile, however he says his name, from Secret Sphere. Secret Sphere, another really good progressive metal band. They decided to go ahead and do a project together, right? Contacted the Frontiers folks and said, yes, let's put a new band together. Bring in bassist Yves Campion and drummer Marco Lazzarini, as well as keyboard player Antonio Agate. And here we've got this album right here. Pretty damn good album. I love when you kind of don't know much about a band or whatever and then find out about the sum of its parts and you kind of form an opinion. And you're like, all right, well, that's either going to really work well or it's going to be kind of, generic sounding. Because, there's a lot of these kind of albums coming out these days. I will say, though, this is damn good. And if you are a fan of early, mid-90s Savatage, as well as any of those great Circle to Circle albums, and you like the kind of cinematic, symphonic approach of Trans-Siberian Orchestra, you're going to find a lot to love here. There's a lot of good heavy riffs, a lot of good... It's basically like a power metal / progressive metal album with fantastic vocals from Zak, all right? The title track, which leads things off, is just kick-ass and memorable, all right? One of the heaviest songs on the album is called The Serpent, and it's a really good kind of mystical, mysterious, progressive metal track with great vocals from Zak, chugging guitars, lots of blazing solos, just the right amount of keyboards, and there's kind of a evil, dark vibe to the whole song. All right, it's just really, really well done. Rise is great, Under the Spell, instantly memorable, but heavy. Okay, you got Twilight, Faces of Innocence, Hit the Wall, another real heavy chugging song on here. If you're a power metal fan, you're going to love a lot of this stuff. Who's in the Mirror? Some proggy stuff on the back half of the album. So if you like the more kind of symphonic and progressive nature of what Savatage was doing in the 90s, or late 90s, as well as some TSO stuff, I think you're going to dig that. Brought to the Edge, and the final song, which might even be the best song in the album, it's between that and The Serpent, Return to the Storm. Total prog metal classic, great keyboard work, all right? Excellent guitars, a lot of good, the production of this album is really, really big and fat, crunchy guitars, the keyboards are, up front when they need to be, in the back when they need to be, the rhythms are dynamic, and I think Zak's vocals are just stellar throughout. He's just such a great singer, and I think that everything just kind of falls in place on this album, and if you've really been missing the version of Savatage when Zak was in the band. And maybe, it's like, God, it's been a few years since we've seen Circle to Circle. I think you're really going to dig this. So let's take a look in the booklet here. There is Mr. Stevens. Okay. Let's go through. We got all the lyrics here, obviously. Okay. There's your man on guitars right there. More lyrics. Okay, there's Eve. There's Marco. Good stuff. I'm digging this quite a bit. And, I picked it up, and from the very first listen, I was like, wow, this is very pleasing on the ears. It's heavy, it's kind of proggy, and the songs are really memorable. That's what it's all about, right? So if you're looking for a brand new release in the kind of power / prog metal genres, you can't go wrong with this. And I think most people will agree that Zak is a, very notable singer. He's done some great stuff in his career, and this just kind of continues on. Will this be a one-off, or will we see more from this band? I don't know. But for now, This is getting lots of play at Casa de Pardo. I'm telling you right now. You can read our full review on the website at www.seatranquility.org. Don't forget to visit us on Facebook, and we do some stuff on Twitter too from time to time. But more importantly, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. So stay tuned. We got more reviews coming up. So going to take a look at the latest release, the comeback, probably the comeback of the year from Psychotic Waltz. You don't want to miss that. So stay tuned. Bye-bye.